Yo, 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 it's Podson Radio, and we back in the house for another very special episode. It's episode 80. We love these monumental ones, when we count by the tens and fives and things like that, and they got a zero at the end. Episode 80. So, I mean, the next one is the Kobe Bryant episode. Don't let that go over your head. But the first thing we love to do is shout out our sponsor. That is All In Strength and Fitness. That's in Scottsdale, Arizona. Make sure you go check it out. Holla at my man KC. For you dudes, don't skip leg day. For the ladies, make sure you get the squats right, because everything else we're not really too concerned about. But it is Podson Radio, you know what I mean? And we are back in the house once again for a very special episode. We're doing a little podcast gang collab right now. You know what I mean? If you look around, we got the Hippy Life Podcast in the building, man.
Hey, what up?
I invited my man Jordan. He brought the squad and things like that. It is Podcast Gang. We're going to start off by introducing Jordan. Do you got a cool podcast moniker or anything like that?
Yeah, man. I go by Young Hippy on air. That's Hippy Life Podcast. Make sure y'all check us out. HIPPYLIFE, no space in between. And I got the gang with me per usual, man. I don't usually leave without them, so I'll let them introduce themselves.
Okay. Who we got right here?
Dope. I'm A. Jones. I usually go by my artist name. I was going by Anthony at first, but it's much better to just get everything together and use my artist name. So at A. Jones 602, and that's AJONEZ 602. Easy enough.
Okay, and my man across the table.
What's up, man? I'm Kyle. Just Kyle. K Benjamin Photography, K Benjamin Photos on Instagram. Check me out. I do the video stuff and get in and take pictures with the guys.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, shine moment. All right, and who started this podcast? Whose idea was it?
Actually, it was mine, and the crazy thing about it is it was a drunk idea. Back when I was actually
those are the best ideas.
Yeah, I can't lie, it was one of the best ideas I ever had. But back when I was drinking, I don't drink anymore. I posted on Facebook that me and the homie, who's actually my partner right now, Cowboy, shout out to him. I posted that we were going to start a podcast. It was just going to be mainly about talking shit, sports, and a whole bunch of weed talk. So
the good stuff.
Yeah, you know everything that matters in life. So I went ahead. I got sober. I'm about 5.5 months sober.
Hey, shine moment for that.
Yeah. And once I was about 3 months into my sobriety, I put this together, and I recruited these guys. Kyle came a little bit more later. But
Kyle just got here. Yeah, Kyle just arrived.
Yeah, I like Kyle, man. Kyle's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, Kyle.
You don't even know, bro.
Kyle started this motherfucker.
You think like Kyle is the owner of Hippy Life?
Yeah, no, he seems innovative. I know an innovative guy when I see him.
No, for sure. Anybody out there looking for any kind of photography or any videography, Kyle is the fucking man. Any photos you see or videos that you see that have recently popped up on our social media are all Kyle's.
Saw him.
And I'm going to praise him on this show as much as I do on my own, because Kyle has actually made our visions come through.
For sure.
Come through the lens. You know what I'm saying? That was our missing piece, was the visual part of things. Because
it was literally a roadblock. Okay, it's cool. We're doing a podcast now and people are hearing us, but what the hell are we going to do next? We need visuals. We need for people to see us. We need to be out there.
Yeah, something better than the fucking camera phone too. So
word to fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? So Kyle came through with his setup, and from day one, it was just yeah, bro, don't go nowhere. You're here.
You're in, bro.
And he's been fucking so reliable, just inside and outside of the podcast.
Yeah.
When you hit him up, and if he has a time, he'll come through. I mean, the man has traveled all the way across the valley to come to my house to work on our last project. So shout out to Kyle, man, for
dedication.
For real.
Yeah, so flexible, for real.
Yeah, you need them type of people in your corner. Without you can't ever really prosper. But I was gonna tell you, man, with the sobriety thing, you got to say you stop drinking, because if you smoke weed, you ain't really.
That's true.
Let me
politically correct.
Let me clear it up, because that is the true definition of sobriety. Being a sober person is being off of all mind altering substances. But each person's sobriety is different. That's also what you learn in rehab. And my demon was alcohol, and I fucking battled cocaine, at the same time. So
and you beat that too.
Yeah, with the alcohol came the cocaine. So It's crazy now because we've been at events where we're in clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like I just hosted 2 events, one at Westgate, one at the Bubble Room, and those are both bars.
Yeah,
right.
Shine moment, man.
I'm in there drinking lemonade and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing beer pong at Westgate, just sober. So, and it's all due to my gang and really my family, bro, because they always stay in my head. You know, when I start to wander outside of my head, or even when I start to go deeper into my head, they keep me into that realm where I need to be. So I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for God. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to keep doing this. It's because of that is the reason why everything is playing out the way it is. And I don't want to fuck that up. I've been known to fuck a lot of good things up in my past. So this is one thing. And it's just all building up. You know, I've been able to get back into school.
You killing them.
Yeah, man. I'm a culinary student. So if anybody out there is looking for cakes or any kind of pastries, I mean, check out my Instagram. I'm starting to do things and actually I'm ready to put them out there. Yeah. So anyone want to be my guinea pig, I got you for the low.
Nah, that's 100% major. And I want to give you a lot of love because just with the attitude that you have, you can go really far. Like, your attitude really does determine your latitude. Most people think it's cliche when they say mindset, that's everything. Yeah. And the way where your head is and how you accomplish things, you got a good team around you. Yeah, man. The sky's the fucking limit. So shout out for that. But so I wanted to touch on the podcast. So you said y'all kind of splashed out at the hip hop festival. And we'll get this one. Kyle, were you at the hip hop festival?
I was not.
He was not with us then.
Jones, talk to us about the experience of the hip hop festival and how that was.
So the hip hop festival, this was the first for me as an artist and a vendor. You know, it's just so crazy to think how far we come. Like moving at the speed of light, for reals. And you know, I was sketchy about it at first, but the day that I got out there with the table and you saw people coming over to the table saying, "Hey, that's really dope. Like, what is that? Where did you get that?" And saying like, "Hey, that's our shit. Like, this is all original stuff, all drawn up." Seeing it come to life, like that was amazing. And there were so many people there that were just there to support. So all we got is love. All we got is love.
And since then,
all we got is love. Like we literally have a backlog of guests that we have to put on, like have to put on. That's how much things changed for us to the point we were searching for guests at first. We were going out looking like, who can we get on the show? Who can we get on the show? And now it's like, okay, well, who can we get on the show? Go to the spreadsheet. Yeah. We got a list.
And then we got big people
y'all doing it smart.
Yeah, you got big people reaching out. Dan G, Joseph Bills, like people like them talking about, yeah, man, I'd love to come on to your show. And just that alone is like, fuck, man.
Yeah. And y'all just starting. Y'all just starting. Right. That's good too from when you just starting. That's the hardest thing. If you're not just pushing content and you're an interview show, getting guests is going to be the hardest part. Like booking them as far as them looking and giving you that credibility. Like, okay, I do want to go on this show. You know what I'm saying? So that's major. But I think with your type of personality and y'all chill as fuck. So everybody should come fuck with y'all. That I've had as guests that y'all want, let me know. I'll reach out. You know what I'm saying?
It's all up to them, man. Like, listen to us. Check us out. We're on Spotify. All major platforms. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. Listen to us, and then you decide if you want to come on. And I guarantee you'll want to come on after you listen to it and talk to people that have been on there, because they tell us afterwards, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, this separates you guys from different podcasts because it's not like an interview. I can just come in here and fucking literally get as high as I want to and just vibe the fuck out. You feel me? We don't ask you for no money.
You literally become a part of the podcast. You're a host. You're a guest. You're one of us. Like when you're in the bakery, like it's just a totally different vibe. Like
shit, I can't wait to go to the damn bakery.
Yeah, bro. You already know.
It's crazy.
Trying to know
it's
the
crazy.
Man in this
it's definitely young hippie, man. All the bags and muffins and shit.
All right, so okay, Kyle, man, what's your experience so far, like podcasting? Like, how many episodes have you been on?
So I've been on
three or four
now. I came in and
scoot in a little bit. Make sure
sorry about that. I
I'll
came
be
in
so chill
and just straight up started doing just like some side video work, just B-roll. And like the first day they were like, well, hey, why don't you just jump in?
Yeah.
So I jumped in, and then it's kind of been a wrap since there. I've been kind of learning video. I've done photography for a while and I've got that on point.
Shine on me. You got it on.
I told you, reach out to Kyle.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Like,
You'll see.
Maybe 6 months ago, I wouldn't have said it that confidently.
Yeah.
But I know now.
Hey, we'll talk that shit.
And, so I've got that, and I've wanted to do video, but I haven't had a subject.
Mm-hmm.
So they reached out to me about a subject to video.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
And let's, I'm going to learn how to do this. If you guys ain't mad at me for
hell
learning
yeah.
how to do it, let's do this. So
I mean, bumps and bruises, but no, that's major,
Hey,
man.
yeah.
I think y'all team is dope. Like, seriously. I see a lot of teams, and I can just see that it really ain't no chemistry. It feels just like science class in this bitch, man.
Well, that's the thing. We had a lot of growing pains. Like in the period where you see us now, like, what has it been? 6 months at that? Like,
since August.
we've went through a lot, and we just worked it out. We just worked it out quick. We did what we needed to do to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hurt a little bit.
It hurt. It hurt. It really did. Like, because we had to make some decisions that we really didn't want to make, but when it came down to business,
like what? What kind of decisions?
I mean, I'll say it because, I feel like I'll take that responsibility, but we had to cut a few people. You know what I'm saying? We've had two hosts that started from the beginning that are no longer here with us. And I don't want to say their name on air. But
You can say it on this show.
Nah, I don't want to say it because I really appreciate everything they did do for the
they did
show
play a
because,
vital part.
Yeah, they were there from the beginning. They went through the growing pains, and they did help us get to where we needed to be. It's just we felt like they weren't willing to put in the same effort we were putting in.
Yeah.
We're grinding hard as fuck. Like, we know what we got to do to make Hippy Life Podcast something people are at least thinking about. Fuck talking about it. Like, I want you to think about it. It's like, damn,
exactly.
That shit we just listened to last night. My nigga, I can't wait till the next one. You feel me? Like that type shit. And in order to do that, you got to get people to listen to your shit. And we're out here grinding, you know what I'm saying? Put money into the ads, you know what I'm saying? Just sharing the fuck out of our shit.
Right.
And it's like, where are you at? What are you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you need to do this with like-minded individuals.
Yeah,
bro. Like something like this, it can't be something where somebody's doing it because they want to just get a jersey, you know what I mean, or whatever the case. Like,
it sucks because like those individuals had great ideas, you know what I'm saying? They when they were at their best, they were unstoppable. But there was just things outside of the Hippy Life Podcast that really stopped them from shining, you know what I'm saying? Having their shine moment. And I ain't gonna lie, dude, like my team would be like, you got to let it go. And I would do everything in my power to make them stay. Like I would like damn near, man, I would not sacrifice the company, but if I had that opportunity because I believed in you,
right?
Like, I'll take that extra step. I ain't gonna sacrifice my company, but you feel me? Like I gave one person a very big, huge role of responsibility, like thinking like, all right, this will make you come out and just get out of all the shit you're doing right now and step up to the plate. And it didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
And at that moment, it was a mutual agreement. Like, you got to go.
Because, and the thing, it wasn't just that. It was the fact that we were out here working, promoting the podcast, doing this and doing that. And you were saying that you couldn't, but then we would see something from somebody else, like you putting on something else and so on and so forth, like in every other post, you know what I mean? So that's not cool. It's not cool because we did try the best that we could to accommodate all needs because we all went through shit. Every single one of us went through something at some point in time where we need to be like, whoa, you know what, guys? Like, I'm going through it. I'm going through it right now.
Yeah.
But we still worked. We still worked at it. We still worked at it regardless. So
we here now. That's the best thing about it. Shout out to those two people because if they're listening to us, they know exactly who they are. But we're here now, and it's all due to the people that are actually listening. Right. So I definitely want to take the time to shout out our old listeners because I know we're finna pick up some new listeners.
Every goddamn day.
Sure.
Everybody you see out, you should pretty much tell them about your podcast.
Yeah. For sure.
For sure.
I've been kind of
always in the HL gear.
That comfort zone. I'm always in some Hippy Life heat, and as y'all can see, this shit is fire. So if you are interested, check us out, Hippy Life AZ. And you could check out everything we have. We have it from hoodies to joggers to t-shirts. We even got fucking kids shirts, bro. So check us out. Snapbacks coming. We got a new line coming spring, summer.
We killing him, bro.
We going.
We
Hey,
killing
who
him.
smokes the most weed out the clique? It's the Hippy Life crew. Who's the biggest hippie?
I'm not.
It's
Let
Jay.
him take
How
it.
many?
It's Jay.
How many
Okay.
a day you smoke?
Truthfully,
Or joints, whatever.
I mean, I run through probably like a pack and a half of backwoods a day.
Jesus Christ.
Grams per backwoods.
It's not just
Yeah,
that.
that's a better way to quantify it for us. How many grams a day are you smoking?
an average half ounce.
Whoa.
It's not just that. He's smoking
I can't
blunts.
afford to smoke like that either.
You're
But even
hitting
if
the
I
pen.
could, I wouldn't be smoking that damn
Hitting
much.
that thing
much.
too.
I smoke the blunt, I hit the pen. But don't get me fucked up. Like, I still get my shit done. You feel me? Like, I'm not that. I mean,
No, that's
sometimes I
true.
am
Nah,
a
you-
lazy
we-
stoner.
Mhm.
But I don't want anyone out there to be like, oh, I smoke weed, I can't get this done. I was asleep because nah, nigga,
Oh,
like,
hell no.
smoke you a
Highly
sativa,
functioning at that.
Wake the fuck up. Do what you got to do. Like, I'm up at 6 a.m. every day to get my son to school. Then I smoke a blunt. I just have my time to myself. I do my homework. I go to school. I come back home. I get dinner ready. You know, I bake a cake on the side. I'm doing shit. I'm doing a podcast. We're brainstorming on how to get our t-shirts out. Like,
Yep.
I'm not just smoking and sitting the fuck around. Like,
Right.
it's all to get shit done.
Yeah.
And it's all fucking legal.
Fine,
That's right.
Hey, I need one story from each of y'all. Explain to me the experience of your first time getting high. And we can start with John.
My first time getting high. That's not a good story, but I'll give you a really, really good story. All right. So I was in the Navy and I was on leave. And I was stationed out in San Diego, 4-hour drive, came down here, hooked up with my boy Rob, he's my best friend, and we went to this party. Got drunk, whatever. After the party, we're like, damn, man, I wish I had some weed. I was with my friend Daniel, and he's like the biggest stoner out of all of us. And he's like, hey, let's just go to my friend's house and we'll smoke there. So we're thinking we're gonna have like a blunt or two, have a bowl or something. We walk into his house, on the table, pipes, blunts, whatever, everything. Everything's on
Everything you love nowadays.
everything. And like for like 3 hours, just rotation. And then on top of that, when we left, he gave us all a gram. Just all right, see you later.
Where does do that?
See you later.
Yeah.
See you later.
Daniel,
See you later.
Is it Daniel or Daniel's friend?
Right. Which one?
Damn it.
I don't know what happened to him. I never saw that.
Smoke session is a Snoop Dogg session, so you didn't even get to ease in.
Mad as fuck. This was probably
It was
like
crazy.
late 2010, so he wasn't smoking Reggie.
Yeah, no, that's when the Doty started hitting for real. But anything else crazy happened that night?
Shit.
I ended up dancing on the roof the first night I smoked weed. You ain't do nothing like that?
I mean, the drive home was a nightmare, bro. Like,
You seen
All right.
Cass calling?
yeah. The drive home, my friend was like, bro, I could have sworn we were gonna die. He was driving crazy as hell. I was like, hey, but I gotta say it, right? Like, we good. I think we
That's
good.
always the excuse,
We good.
Like, I got scared, though, right? Like, nigga, God, you guys.
All right, Jordan, give us your first, or young hippie, give us your first stoner story.
Man, my first fucking time I got high, I was at school. Probably the worst decision I made in my life because I had PE next, and my PE coach was my football coach. So, shout out to my boy.
Nigga got high and kicked off the team.
Damn near. I had to run that shit
Random
off, but here's what
test.
happened. Shout out to my boy Caesar because he's the one who got me high. But they're passing the fucking pipe around in front of the auditorium at school boldly. I'm over here just tweaking while I'm hitting it and shit. But at the same time, I'm ripping this pipe. Like, you would think I had smoked weed before. So I'm ripping this pipe, bro. And like, they're like, damn, nigga. You know?
Yeah.
30 minutes later, bro, like my whole world just slowed the fuck. Like, everything slow. You would think like God stopped the world for a minute.
He did.
And yeah, basically. And I'm just strolling along, but in slow motion, bro. So I get to this bench and I'm trying to eat a cookie. And I couldn't even swallow that. Like, bro, it's going down. It's slow. I'm like,
Get it out.
bro. Like you thought I was eating a fucking Popeye's biscuit with no honey, bro. I'm just like, So then we get to PE, bro, and I'm avoiding coach. Like, he's calling attendance. I'm like, yeah, I'm
Present.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And we had to do a mile that day.
Oh,
shit.
So my ass walked the mile, and he's like, "Why are you walking?" I'm hurt. You know, I'm hurt, coach, and we got practice later.
Eyes red.
I swear, yeah, eyes like, bro, I'm over
Coach,
here like,
Coach,
looking down. I'm sitting here, bro. I swear that mile took me. We had a block period, which is an hour.
Yeah.
That mile took me
the whole hour
to walk that. After that, I went to football practice and probably died for the next 2 hours, throwing up, like regret, but then continued to get high.
Yeah, he went and smoked another
Like,
blunt.
all right.
Hands down.
Hey, and
That was a good story.
bro, it was my thing to get high before every football game, every practice. I was that nigga since then. So
We might have to cartoon that shit. Hey, coach, I'm here, coach.
hey,
All right, before we go to Kyle, I want to shout out the young Canna mama. Somebody y'all might want to get with. You know, she on Instagram doing her thing.
I think I know about her. She be doing the private events with Blended Entertainment.
Shy mama, you know, she be doing giveaways.
Yeah,
things
we
like
were
that.
supposed to. Hey, I apologize. We were actually supposed to be here this past Sunday at the little private event, but shit popped up. So I apologize. But I think I know who you are, and I'll definitely her and Travelers.
Yeah.
Both of y'all I'd like to talk to about coming to.
Oh yeah, she in the building.
Hey.
So man,
Oh,
holla at her when we get off.
Okay. Well, what up then? I'm all
Small
shout.
world.
I'm all shout. She's sitting here like,
Like, okay.
all right, then. What's up? How you
It's the
doing?
perfect one. All right, Kyle. First time you got high, man. Go.
So first time I got high, I was in like 8th grade. Like,
Oh, you a real nigga too.
Uh,
He started young.
Let's go.
and this was like 95. I'm old.
All right,
so-
you were fucking young as fuck.
Out of the group, bro.
So me and my homie got a bag, and we didn't even have a pipe or nothing. We took like a pop can and poked some holes in it. Just gangster. Went to the elementary school park, sat under the slide, and
Don't
sparked
do
that
this.
bowl.
Don't try this, kids.
Yeah, don't
Sparked
do
that
this.
aluminum bowl.
Oh,
And
God.
we went back to my homeboy's parents' house, and like he had bunk beds, and I was laying on the top bunk looking at the window, and I said the word a window, probably like 5 million times until it didn't even sound like a word anymore, and that's the thing that will always stand out to me about the first time I got high.
Window.
Can.
Just an echo? A fucking echo?
A window. Yeah.
Blew up in
I
this
got
shit,
high
yeah.
my first time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I ended up somehow dancing on top of a roof with my shirt off first time I got high. But
What did you smoke?
you know, I'm at this point, I'm questioning it myself. I don't know. These was Reggie days too. This wasn't even when the fire was up. These was Reggie days.
Brown weed. Brown
Yeah,
weed.
some shit like that. But all right, so talk to us about kind of, and this is something I want to go round table again on too. Just some of your like long-term, short-term goals as far as like the podcasting. What do you want to do out of it, and maybe even leveraging that to do something else.
All right, dope. Yeah.
Jones
On the spot. Yeah, the podcast, man, it's really like another form of art for me because I make music already.
Yes, sir.
So jumping into the podcast was just like another tool to my tool belt because I'm always trying to add like different things to make me just a better artist, period, to be more well-rounded. And if you listen to my music, like you can totally tell. So with the podcast, man, like I don't really even have any expectations for it because
That's
anything
the
that I thought it was going to
That's a
be,
shy moment, yo.
it's
the
way
great
better
shit.
than that. It's way better than that. Like I have no problem with telling people about the podcast. Like I tell them like our merch is fire. What we're about is totally dope. We send a positive message. Like and there's not enough of that in the world.
Yeah.
So, but I always want to see
I
us.
fuck with y'all. Man. Y'all make me. Y'all got good vibes. Keep going.
That's what we're about. That's all we're
That's
about.
it,
It's
man.
fucking
That's what's
vibes,
up.
bro. So I just want to see us keep
It's
ascending,
just
like
real. Like
keep going.
it's so genuine with y'all. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers can say it to the end of the day, but with y'all, I just feel it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man.
that's
Like,
dope. Okay. And anything else you interested in?
Man, I just hope that everything works out so we can take care of our families, man. Because so I don't want to have to any of us to have to work a 9 to 5 ever again, bro. That's what I want.
Wouldn't be bad for me because, like I said, man, I like making cakes and shit. So
Yeah. Nah, but you
can want to
bro,
do
you
that.
can do that at an extremely high level. Let's say you get some guests in here that they got it popping or something. The motherfuckers need cakes.
Right.
That's where you get your clients at. You know what I'm saying? So you use the podcast to leverage that shit.
And you want to work because you want to do it, not because you have to work.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Chef, I'm making medical cakes.
But keep going. Or any, your goals, anything you like outside of podcasting.
Outside the podcast, man, I really do enjoy baking and cook. I can do both. Like, I'm going to school to get an associate's degree in culinary arts. Period. So I can do everything from like opening, running, managing, to serving, to cooking, to washing the damn dishes. You feel me?
Like, not scared to get dirty.
Yeah, I know every aspect. That's what I'm learning about. And I kind of use that within the podcast. That's what made me put it together, was like the art form. Mm-hmm. We welcome all forms of art. We don't just limit to music. We will open the doors to any art form you have. Mm-hmm. We want to talk about it. We want to show it off. That was the main goal, is to shine, put some shine on these gems. There's a lot of gems out here that need some polishing, need some light. So we want to be that source, a little source of light, and then eventually a big source of light, So like John said, I really don't like. We've met the expectations. We got a clothing brand. We went mainstream. I guess the next thing, really, is to just start doing live video feed, and then from there, it's just like, fuck it, let's go. Marijuana, take the wheel. We
we just on the ride.
So yeah, man. Anybody out there, if you want to come through to the bakery, just go to our Facebook. That's Hippy Life AZ. And fill out the guest form. It's absolutely free. We don't charge. That's for right now. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's for right now. So y'all might want to get the deal while it's available.
The price went up.
But but don't make it feel like we're really about to just start charging niggas out the door. That's not the kind of
y'all can charge at dispensaries. That's where y'all got to do the podcast, because y'all can funnel your business through there, get your bread from there.
Exactly.
Is it all right if I shout out our partners?
We're gonna do shout outs to end it.
Cool.
Well, other than that, we got the partners. We got Kyle. I got a dope game.
Kyle, man.
Yeah,
he was the last piece of the puzzle.
Kyle. So we know what else you're interested in: photography, videography. Maybe talk to us about some of your other ventures you want to get into. You want to make a movie? You want to do skits? What's next for Kyle? And then talk about the podcast.
I got into the photography straight up from an art purpose and wanting to get into music, kind of. Not doing music, but photographing it. And then, so now we're going to do a video. I think me and Jones are going to put one together.
Music video?
Music video. That's going to be the next thing. Not sure how soon. Might be real soon. I got a real good idea the other day. So
it's going to be dope.
It's going to be dope.
And I'll tell you what, man, you come through and met the guy who actually owns the studio. Mm-hmm. He's a movie maker. You feel me? So you come through and get some game too.
I'm all about learning. Like, I've literally taught myself everything I know about a camera, from picking it up and playing with it and getting on YouTube. And I just want to see where it goes, because when I went to school, they told me that I couldn't do art and I needed to do something that made money. And I got a business degree, and I haven't really done shit with it. But
the art
is coming at you. You know what I'm saying?
The art makes a lot of money. Fuck them. All right, so but it's been a pleasure sitting here talking to y'all. Seriously, it's a dope vibe. I can't wait to come on y'all show. Can't wait. We're about to obviously smoke some weed real quick.
Not just some weed, bro. We about to smoke a lot.
But I want y'all to, give shout outs to y'all people, things like that. Go round table, and we'll just close it out like that. Jones.
Hey, I'm gonna shout out my son, man. Like, I don't say it enough,
man.
But he's dope. He's dope, man. Like, just everything about him is just so perfect, man. Like, I couldn't ask for a better kid. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, man, shout out to him, bro. His birthday's on February 1st. It's going to be 4. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope.
Little man is tight as fuck.
Yeah, you guys are amazing.
I want to give a shout out to my family, my girl and my 2 kids, because they're really the backbone.
Nigga, I didn't even know you had kids.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I got a boy and a girl.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. They're actually the backbone of my sobriety. You know what I'm saying? They keep me going daily.
Shine moment, man.
And shout out to my business partner, Cowboy, man. He's actually the engine of Hippy Life. He keeps us like in there. You know what I'm saying? So, and shout out to our partners, Marijuana Evaluations. Anyone who needs a medical card, slide over there. They're on 18th Avenue in Camelback. Let them know Hippy Life sent you, and they will plug you with the best price you can get.
Hey.
And head on out to Valley of the Sun. Our
Valley of the Sun. Yes.
If you haven't yet, take your first time patient deal out there. You get 35% off the entire store. You get a medical jar, you get a free pre-roll, and if you mention Hippy Life, you get an additional pre-roll on top of that. So
Hey,
Can't be that.
that's my shout outs.
Big Kyle.
All right. Well, I definitely got to shout out my wife. She is a teacher and awesome, and then comes home and puts up with me. So
I think she's all right.
she was like last minute trying to get dinner ready before I came over here, and she didn't. And I was like, "Don't even worry about it. I'll eat when I get home." She's like,
Yeah, other dudes would have been.
I
It would have been an argument.
was like, "Don't worry about it." She was like, "All right, I'll see you when you get home."
Yeah,
So
you
she's
dumb.
about it.
most dudes would have been like, "What a goddamn dinner!"
I'm so damn hungry.
I am blessed when
You're
she
supposed
makes
to
me
have
dinner.
this food done.
We've been working all day. You
Nah.
supposed to make dinner.
That's
I am
crazy. That's
blessed when
crazy.
she makes me dinner every night.
Yeah,
For
well,
sure.
man, it's been a blessing messing with y'all, man. This was a wonderful podcast. Like I said, it is episode 80. I hope everybody have a blessed day, blessed week, blessed year. Make sure you go check out the Young Hippy Life Podcast. And we out this bitch, man. Podson Radio. Shine moments all around, you know?
Yeah,